Hey guys and gals, it's the 25th of December of 2020. For my Christian fam, Merry Christmas. For some of you others that are Happy Soul Invictus. Happy Yule, Jul, which is what my ancient people celebrated. And then we celebrated the solstice 2 or 3 days ago. We are going to celebrate the birth of Jesus because Marie, who isn't really Catholic anymore, but it's like the Marines. Once you're in, you're never really out. So anyway, there's two things to talk about. Marie's SSA hearing, where SSA appealed her ALJ win from November 2019, was on Tuesday. And from what the attorney who called us right back, our attorney said, it went swimmingly well for us. It went so good. The SSA's hired medical expert, a doctor, pretty much went over Marie's medical evidence point by point and affirmed every bit of it and what it causes and why she can't work. Bluntly, she can't sit for more than 20 minutes at a time. Our traveling days are done. So it looks like, though, nothing, you don't count chickens and nothing's ever guaranteed. And we thought this in November a year ago when she won her case or her claim, but we're going to be stunned if Social Security wants to take it to court, because the next step is actual trial, as I understand it. Hold on, the dog needs to pee. The second, and every bit as important, if not more, you all know that 2020 for Marie and I and Chico has been an incredible, unending nightmare. I was in ICU 2 weekends ago, and for a couple days. I went in Saturday and I got released Monday. I do not have the virus, and I was tested for it, so that's not it. My blood pressure was as high as 279 over 172. They thought I was just going to stroke out right there. So anyway, we figured out that we need to go to assisted living. There's just I am not able to take care of my wife as well as she should be. And when I was in ICU, I know I could have called one of you nieces, but we all weren't on the same page. So we realized when I got back that we need to live in assisted living. So we have already found a place. I'm going to put the clip in right here, and then I'll talk a little bit about it. The home is in Stockton. We're going to call it Shady Pines. So Shady Pines is in Stockton. And I know y'all have known me for a while personally, know that I swore I'd never come back to California, but here we are. It's mainly because Marie's insurance choice for anything out of state is unacceptable. She gets one choice and that's it. And we just can't have that. So we're coming to Stockton. Now, I like Stockton, and we've lived in Stockton before. Now, for me, once all this virus ends and life may or may not come back to some type of normalcy, there's professional baseball, there's Division I college baseball, which I've gone to both of them when I lived in Stockton. There's professional ice hockey at the level just under the National Hockey League. We would say AAA baseball, but it's the American Hockey League that's in Stockton. They're the Sacramento Kings G League team moved from Reno to Stockton. So there's a lot to do here sports-wise once all this nonsense ends. I've always liked living in Stockton. I didn't like the crime. We had 3 cars stolen, so I'm not particularly thrilled about that. Hold on, the dog's back in. I don't know if I'm going to keep the RV or not. I'm wavering. Insurance is about $80 a month. I need to store it somewhere. That's going to be probably $100 out here in San Joaquin County. I've been sick for over 3 years. In fact, it was August the 27th of 2017. It was the day after the McGregor Holyfield fight, and we were in Colorado Springs at the Mexican place having dinner, and it literally, as our server is bringing out our plates, it was like a light switch, and I could hardly sit up. Marie had to drive home. I could barely eat. I didn't get out of bed for 3 weeks, and you know, those of you who know me personally know, that was pretty much it for our traveling life. Long story short, we ended up in Coos Bay, the fire, a year of nightmare. Yeah, I have had periods where I felt pretty good, reasonably well enough to travel. I'm not saying good. I haven't felt good since the day I got sick. But I've had time frames where I could function fairly well, and then I've had time frames like the last maybe 2 or 3 weeks where I could hardly get out of bed. So this also drove our decision to go into assisted living. It's not cheap, and I'm telling you all now, if you think you have enough money saved up, you want to reevaluate this, because it's not cheap. But fortunately, I'm not bragging here, but we've got pensions and Social Security, and I'm going to file Social Security in 2 years, so we can do it. It's not going to oh my God, we're so poor we can't do nothing. But so I don't know if I'm going to keep the RV. I'm still kind of tossing and turning it. I'm going to keep it for a while anyway. If I want to sell it up the street here, they do consignment sales. We'll never get out of it what we put into it, but so it's a sunk cost, and there you go. We also have the $84,000 modular that we're never going to use, and hopefully will get sold one day. So it has been just, it's not the suffering Olympics, but for us, it has been the worst year I have ever had, including the year after the she-devil left me. It has been that difficult of a year for us, but we seem to think it's going to get better. Even Chico's having a hard time. So that's the story. We should be in assisted living probably by the first week of January. We actually have to have our doctors fill out some forms, and we get a checkup with their nurse to see exactly what help we do and don't need. I don't really need help, but Marie does, and I just can't take care of her anymore. So, not like she deserves. So we were going to end up here, and we always knew that. We talked about it when we went on the road, but we just didn't think it'd be quite this soon. So anyway, that's our story. Happy holidays. The SSA hearing went well. We expect to win, but you never know. You don't count chickens. And we're moving into assisted living. Hell, that's the update. Thank you for watching, and enjoy your holiday.